Day one of the Seattle Seahawks draft is over, and John Schneider and Mike McDonald, they stayed the course and used a number one pick, 18th overall, on Grey Zabel. Here's what they had to say about their number one pick.
And our number one interior offensive lineman, Gray Zabel. I believe it's the highest player we've picked since interior player we've picked since Hutch, which was cool. I was able to be part of that with Coach Holmgren and Ted and Scott McLuhan and that crew, so it's pretty fun. And Hutch loves him. Everybody loves this guy. He's just buttoned up, tough, smart, reliable, our kind of guy. And really, our first exposure was at the Senior Bowl when he had a great week down there, and it was like, and we felt like 18 to where we were. It was like a sweet spot for the interior offensive lineman. Now Booker went 10 or 12. But yeah, so just really excited. So go ahead.
Yeah, echo everything John said. Kind of down my radar since the Senior Bowl and the exposure. That's kind of when we get introduced to the whole process, and just really excited to add him to the crew and get to know him more. But he smashed the process, and everybody was really excited, and just really excited for him to come in tomorrow and get rolling. He's going to start at guard and work interior, but the cool thing about Gray is he can play all 5 spots. Hopefully we're not moving around much. He sticks at guard for a long time here, but he does have that versatility. This guy's a great pass protector. He can hit his targets on the move. He's really athletic. He's tough. He finishes blocks, which is one of my favorite things about him. So in that way, he's gonna fit in great.
Hutch's personality, a little bit Dave was talking about before. Yeah, he's a fun dude.
Yeah, we totally knew he was gonna have a Settlers of Catan game box right there at his draft party, which won a lot of points with me too. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, 9 right now. So yeah, it's exciting. I mean, there's still guys that. I had to stop myself there. There's still some good, damn good players up there, right? So, yeah, no, we're excited to keep rocking. I mean, this is like, we've talked about this before. The first night's like this, like entertainment world, and tomorrow we wait forever to pick, and then Saturday's like roll up the sleeves, and Saturday's the most fun day. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun as well because there's a lot of really good players up there. We were discussing it, and things did not come to fruition. But the guys all have, all the guys have talked to Jalen about him. Yeah, he's a great guy. He just checks, like I said, he just checks every box. There's nothing you can really, except what you see, what do you say he was drinking Busch Light or something?
Yeah. Busch Light, yeah.
Yeah, you're not checking the box there. He needs to switch it up a little bit. I would say the physicality. I would say toughness, physicality, the finish, the will to finish. It just stands out when you see guys, I'm sure you've noticed this over the years now, when you see guys finishing downfield, I mean, it looks rare, which, guys cleaning up, and he's one of those guys.
I like how he finishes the blocks and then finding his targets down the field in space. Obviously, he's a really great athlete, how he moves, and then, it's easy to overlook pass protection. You talk wide zone all the time, but you could argue that's kind of where it starts in the evaluation process. And man, pretty hard to find a rep that he had a hard time winning down in Mobile. So, and he took a lot of them.
Yeah. We hear about different attributes for a left tackle versus a right tackle. In your way of thinking, is there any difference in attributes for a left guard or right guard? And then the follow-up to that is, you said you're going to start him at guard, or you're going to start him at left guard or right guard?
I wouldn't say there's a huge difference between either one. I mean, we'll see how it shakes out on what side he's going to start, and if there's one place where he plays particularly better than the other, or the rest of the guys on the roster on how well they play. We're trying to find the best cohesive unit right now. There's a lot of competition along our line. And to say he's going to be slotted at this spot, probably too premature to give you that.
All right, so there you go. You heard Schneider and McDonald. They said, you know what, Zabel won them over at the combine, and he had such a stellar combine. He moved up in terms of their players to draft, and he was available today, so it was a no-brainer. It was interesting. You heard Schneider say, you know what, teams. It was rumored, but it was not true. There were no offers for the Seahawks to push back. Yeah, they discussed it as a unit, but no offers, concrete offers were there that they could go ahead and use. And so as a result, the Seahawks pick Zabel, North Dakota State, a player they think they can plug in one of the guard spots, and then he is a starter from day one, a plug-and-play player, I would say. So from the VMAC in Renton, I'm Vida Maria for the CascadiaSports.net report. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.